This is Guan Heng. He was born in China and lived there for more than 3 decades. So what drove him to flee from his home country? It all started in 2020 when Guan traveled to China's Xinjiang region on a secret mission. So what prompted you to go to Xinjiang? Let's start from here.
I read some reports on China's persecution of Uyghurs. Given my understanding of the Chinese regime, and as an ordinary citizen whose freedom of speech is restricted, I was sympathetic for what they were going through. I thought, all right, I could use my videos to provide testimony for their situation.
Most of China's Muslim minority, the Uyghurs, live in the Xinjiang region of Western China. The US and UK have accused China of genocide targeting Uyghurs. 1 million people have been reportedly detained in Xinjiang in nearly 400 so-called re-education camps. Beijing blocks foreign media from reaching the public, but Guan says he started bypassing censorship over a decade ago. In 2020, a BuzzFeed report on Uyghur persecution caught his eye. Having visited Xinjiang the year before, he was struck by the strict controls and heavy police presence there.
The report made me think maybe I should go back and make a video about this.
Driving through the locations marking the news report, Guan found that some of the largest are in Urumqi, the biggest city in Xinjiang. You said these places look like detention facilities. Can you tell us what features made you think that they were detention camps?
Many of them are located in Urumqi city. These sites had no names or signage and were under heavy security. There was a school with barbed wire on top of the walls. Very unusual.
What's more, some of the facilities Guan saw in person aren't even documented on Chinese maps.
From what I remember, along that stretch of Gaoqiao Road, there was a massive camp. You can't find it on maps at all, but from the outside, it looks like any other prison.
Guan recorded extensive footage and safely returned to his hometown in central China. The idea of publishing it, however, carried serious risks.
At the time, I understood very clearly that if I published the video while I was still in China, I would definitely be arrested. That wouldn't just put my personal safety at risk, it would also erase everything I had filmed, and especially this film. No one would ever be able to see it. That was an outcome I simply couldn't accept.
So he decided to leave China. After traveling through several countries in Latin America, Guan eventually crossed the U.S. southern border into Florida in 2021 and applied for asylum. Media and human rights groups say Guan's significant findings provide long-sought, on-the-ground evidence supporting claims of the regime's abuses. Meanwhile, across the Pacific, Guan's mother told me the family faced a coordinated campaign by the CCP months after he released the videos in the U.S. Police interrogated his father and close relatives. At the same time, officers raided Guan's apartment and confiscated his computer. She says the CCP is closely watching Guan's trial.
On the 17th, I received a text message from Guan's father saying that the police had summoned him again. A national security officer took him to their office and asked him some questions, saying, "We know everything about your son in the United States. He's now going to be sent to a third country. We will eliminate Guan's household registration."
Another twist for Guan came last year when ICE agents arrested him over illegal entry. He was initially in the process of deportation to Uganda, but his case quickly garnered attention. The House Select China Committee sent a letter to the Department of Homeland Security urging for Guan's release. 2 weeks ago, a New York immigration judge granted him asylum, citing well-founded fear of returning to China. Looking back, I asked him whether he regretted visiting Xinjiang and publishing the videos.
No. From the very beginning, the reason I made videos was to do something more meaningful, something more significant than just filming my own life. And that's how it's always been.
Guan says he wishes the people in China to remain vigilant against the CCP's suppression. He adds that he's inspired by other Chinese dissidents, including civil reporter Zhang Zhan and the founder of the blog Program Think, Ran Xiaohuan. Both remain detained in Chinese prisons today. Flora Hua, NTD News.